be sentenced on January 10th for his criminal conviction over hush money paid to a porn star, though the US president-elect is unlikely to face jail time or other penalties. Justice Juan Merchan's ruling means Trump will be required to appear at a court hearing just 10 days before his January 20th inauguration. It's an unprecedented scenario in the country's history. Before Trump, no U.S. president, former or sitting, had been charged with or convicted of a crime. Trump can choose to attend the sentencing virtually. The judge wrote that a sentence of unconditional discharge would be the most viable solution. That means no custody, monetary fine, or probation. A Trump spokesperson said in a statement there should be no sentencing in the case, as it, quote, should have never been brought. The case stems from a $130,000 payment Trump's then-lawyer made to adult film actor Stormy Daniels. The payment was for her silence before the 2016 election about a sexual encounter she said she had with Trump, who denies it. A Manhattan jury in May found Trump guilty of falsifying business records to cover up the payment. In announcing his sentencing plan, the judge denied Trump's motion to dismiss the case. Merchan said setting aside the jury's verdict would, quote, undermine the rule of law in immeasurable ways. The judge also criticized what he called Trump's unrelenting and unsubstantiated attacks against the integrity of the criminal proceeding. He said Trump's character and history relating to his public statements against the justice system were considered in deciding on his motion, saying, quote, in that vein, it does not weigh in his favor. Thousands braved the rain and snow to rally in South Korea's capital Seoul on Sunday as a warrant for impeached President Yoon's arrest was set to expire at midnight on Monday. Some demanded Yoon's arrest following his botched attempt at imposing martial law in Asia's fourth largest economy last month, while other protesters opposed it. In remarks that could push the political crisis towards another high-stakes confrontation, the presidential security chief said on Sunday he could not cooperate with efforts to arrest the impeached leader. Park Chung-jun cited the legal debate surrounding the warrant, saying that Yoon is still president, even though Parliament had voted to impeach him. It's up to the Constitutional Court to make a final decision on whether to remove or reinstate him. Park's comments came after a Seoul court rejected a complaint from Yoon's lawyers that the arrest warrant was illegal and invalid, the Yonhap news agency reported. His lawyers have said the anti-graft force leading his criminal probe has no authority under South Korean law to investigate any case involving insurrection accusations. On Saturday, the investigators had asked acting President Choi Sang-mok, the finance minister, to order the Presidential Security Service to comply with the arrest warrant. That came a day after the security officers blocked them from arresting Yoon in a 6-hour standoff. In a statement on Sunday, the finance ministry said Choi urged authorities to make sure no one was hurt by efforts to enforce the law.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is expected to announce his resignation as Liberal Party leader as early as Monday. That's according to a source familiar with Trudeau's thinking who spoke to Reuters on Sunday. The source requested anonymity due to lack of authorization to speak publicly. It marks the latest development in Canada's political landscape, following a report by the Globe and Mail newspaper earlier on Sunday that Trudeau was preparing to step down. The newspaper, citing 3 unnamed sources, reported that the exact timing of Trudeau's resignation announcement remains unclear. However, they expected an announcement before a key National Caucus meeting on Wednesday. It remains unclear whether Trudeau will leave immediately or stay on as Prime Minister until a new leader is selected. One source told the newspaper that Trudeau has spoken with Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc about stepping in as interim leader and Prime Minister. That move might not work if LeBlanc plans to run for the position himself. Trudeau's office did not immediately respond to a request for comment outside regular business hours. The report comes at a time when polls are suggesting the Liberals are likely to lose to the Conservatives in the upcoming election, which must be held by October. And in 2 weeks, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump is set to take office. Trump has promised trade policies that could negatively impact Canada's economy. A Trudeau resignation may spark fresh calls for a quick election to make sure Canada has leadership in place to navigate a Trump White House over the next 4 years.
Myanmar's military government has released thousands of prisoners. under an amnesty marking the nation's Independence Day, state media said on Saturday. Among the 5,864 people freed are 180 foreign citizens, according to the broadcaster. Myanmar has been in turmoil since early 2021, when the military overthrew an elected civilian government. Military forces went on to violently suppress pro-democracy protests, sparking a nationwide armed rebellion. The junta has said it will hold elections this year, though the plan has been widely condemned by opposition groups as a sham. Among those still imprisoned by the junta is the country's former leader and Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. The 79-year-old is serving a 27-year sentence tied to criminal charges ranging from incitement and election fraud to corruption. She denies all the charges, according to her lawyers.
New York City's new congestion pricing toll for drivers entering downtown Manhattan began on Sunday. Drivers will now pay $9 to access the busiest part of the city during peak hours. The toll is a first of its kind in the United States. It aims to reduce gridlock in the densely packed area while raising funds to improve the city's struggling public transit system. Jano Lieber, CEO of the Metropolitan Transit Authority, confirmed that the system has been operational since midnight. He said the infrastructure included 1,400 cameras, over 110 detection points, as well as more than 800 signs. Lieber also addressed the need to work with President-elect Donald Trump, who has opposed congestion pricing, saying that he was, quote, hopeful that, despite some rhetoric, we will continue to work with the federal government and navigate the change of administration. The program survived multiple lawsuits aimed at blocking it. That included a last-ditch effort by the state of New Jersey to secure a temporary injunction.
And for the final time as president, I have the honor of bestowing the Medal of Freedom on our nation's highest civilian honor on a group of extraordinary, truly extraordinary people who gave their sacred effort to shape the culture and the cause of America. So let me just say to each of you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all you've done to help this country. You all literally embody the nation's creed, e pluribus unum, out of many one. Collecting of people of different backgrounds, beliefs, and talents from different generations and different genders, using the remarkable gifts and unwavering passion to strengthen our resolve as one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.